Is up. Uh, it's day. It's blizzard here in Watertown. We're having a blizzard still. Watertown's getting hammered right now in a blizzard. It's day two of a bunch of snow. It's really coming down. So up here we measure our snow in the foot in feet. So right now it looks like it's 3 footer that's came through Watertown, but there's other places that's got 4 and 5 feet right now. So I mean, there's parts in between the houses that 6, 7 foot of snow in them. The drifts are just crazy. The snow banks are crazy. I had to go to an appointment earlier today, and my taxi never picked me up, so I had to walk. And I tell you what, there was cars stuck everywhere. I was the only one going anywhere walking. Cars were stuck. So there's a huge blizzard, and we've been in the. It's been going on for 2 days. It was all day yesterday. It's been all day today, and I look out. It looks like it's snowing still right now. So who knows? We're getting tons of feet right now, and that's okay because overall our winter's been pretty easy on us. We've had a pretty good winter, and well, maybe this would be the last of the year. So, but it looks like Watertown's got anywhere from three to 4 feet on where the wind's blowing. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, there's snowbanks that are. I've seen snowbanks earlier that were way over my head, and it's crazy. Just to get out my front door, there's at least it's 3 foot of snow that's settled, and then there's a 6 foot tall snowbank out there just to get to the road. So we're really getting buried. I got some pictures if you guys want to see some pictures I took today when I was out. So there's a snowbank right up to the top of the light or up to the sign pole, just a foot or two from the sign top. There's me again in the blizzard. That's a 2 story parking garage behind me, and that snowbank is almost as tall as that. There's another one. See that church in the background? That car, that's an abandoned car. That car's in the road right there. Car was abandoned in the street because they got stuck, and people have just abandoned their cars out in the streets because they think they can drive around in it, and everybody's getting stuck. So middle of so that's it. Oh, the breaking news. The breaking news. This is the breaking news that I wanted to share. In the spring, I'm gonna plan this for like the first week of May. I'll give you the exact date later, but the first week of May, we're gonna have a flat Earth Watertown. And if anybody wants to come up and you need a place to stay, guess what happened last night? My buddy Matt offered two cottages on the St. Lawrence River. So if you want to come up to Watertown and you need a place to stay, there's we got a couple cottages up by Alex Bay, which ain't it's only 20-25 minute drive from Watertown, so it's not that far. You know, a nice place to stay the night on the river, and it's waterfront. A couple cottages up there. So anybody come in May wants to come up and you want a place to stay, or come hang out for the barbecue before the rally, because we're probably gonna get together the weekend of and have the rally on the Monday that the city council meeting is going to be. So there's great news. There's going to be a place. There's two cottages. So I mean, I don't know how they can sleep, but cottages up here. They got bunks in them, and all the couches are pulled out beds. I mean, cottages, they can fit a lot of people sleeping. So I got two of them offered up to the Flat Earth community for Flat Earth Watertown, New York. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. And everybody gets to meet Matthew. I can't wait to meet Matthew. Matthew is a fellow New Yorker. Um, and he's got summer property. He's got a summer property 25 minutes from here on the St. Lawrence River. So, and he offered two cottages for if you're going to come up, and you stay out to the cottage on the right on the river, right on the St. Lawrence, right in the heart of the Thousand Islands, guys. You guys are going to be right in the heart of the Thousand Islands. You guys want to come up to those cottages? So, I mean, that's pretty cool information. So that's the breaking news. So, the breaking news is that if you guys want to come up to Watertown, there's a couple cottages. Well, you might call one, absolutely, but you're going to be sharing it with. There's a bed. There's, you might be able to get your own room in a cottage. You might have your own room in a cottage, maybe. But I mean, what's important or tents, because it's going to be nice. So it's also going to be if people want to bring tents because there's grounds. So there's we got the St. Lawrence River, a couple cottages, and all that stuff. Yeah, right. Yeah. But at least we can get there, and that option's available. All right. So that's pretty cool that Matt offered that up. Um, so and that's pretty cool. Matt's from Binghamton, New York, which is 2 hours south of me, and he comes up here in the summer because it's here where I live in the and when it's spring and summer, it's nice here. But right now, as you can see, I mean, we're in the middle of a 2 day blizzard right now. We're in the middle of a 2 day one, and it's crazy. People are abandoning their cars on the streets. So, but come May, we'll be all right. It'll be nice enough. So that's coming. That's coming. That's coming. So what else I was gonna say? That's it. That's the breaking news. I still haven't heard from Nathan Thompson of when we're gonna go live. I've asked him when we're gonna go live, and I have not heard back. But that's okay. I know he's busy. He's doing his things too. I mean, we still got a while to go. You know what I mean? So never bald. He said we're getting nailed here too. Yeah. Hey, Amanda. I'm telling everyone, listen, I got breaking news in the flat earth community, Amanda. Anybody that wants to come to water, it's going to be the first week of May. Um, the first week of May, if you want to come up to Watertown, one of one of my subscribers, my buddy now, because we were talking, and he offered, we got two cottages. We got two cottages and the grounds available if anybody wants to come up and stay at the cottage river, which is only 25 minutes from Watertown. So you're only a 25-minute away if you want to come, because it's going to be like a multiple day thing. It's May beginning. The river just opened up. Everybody's ready for spring and partying. So barbecue, stuff like that. So there's two cottages now. Actual location is called Goose Bay. It's Goose Bay where it is, but it's right next to Alex Bay in the heart of the Thousand Islands. If you guys have heard of the Thousand Islands, it's amazing. Listen. People always wonder, why do you live up in Watertown? Listen, I deal with the snow just because of how beautiful the land is here, and when the spring and summer comes. Because I mean, people from all over the place come to visit in summer up here. All right, this is a summer destination for a lot of people who can afford summer homes. So, which is cool. Matthew said he's got two, and it's available for us to use, which is great because 1 bedroom apartment. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to cram everybody in here, but if there's a little piece of property on the river and people can stay the night, and Matthew offered it, Thank you. So we have that available come May. So he's a fellow New Yorker, so that's cool, man. He was very excited. We talked on the phone last night for the first time. We get feet here too. Right now, we got to throw. Well, depending on where you're looking, on the low end, we got 3 feet on the low end. But I had to walk about 8 blocks to an appointment earlier, and I seen places where it was like 5, 6 feet deep because of the wind blowing, and it was crazy. So depending on on the low end, I seen 3 feet. So yeah, we measure it in the feet here too. So, but up on the Tug Hill, I've heard reports that these people, they're buried right now. They already called for 4 feet. If they're already calling for 4 feet, that means they got drifts that are way higher than that. And they only called, um, yeah. So the 2 day storm has dropped at least 3 feet plus. I don't even know the official numbers yet, and it's snowing. It's still coming down. So Gary, I'm not interested. Hey, Gary, I'm not interested in you trying to show me that the Earth is not flat. I'm not interested in that. All right, because now if you're talking about hills and valleys, I understand the Earth is not flat in that sense, and I understand the Earth's not flat in the sense of the firmament, the dome above us. All right, I understand that, but the whole overall plane of existence that we on is relatively flat. Listen, man, I can out my kitchen window here. I look downtown, man. I mean, cars up, all over the place. But it's funny. I live on a one-way street, so that means the city hardly ever comes down and plows. All right, all day long, people have abandoned their cars on my street and getting stuck. But it looks like the neighbor across just took his own personal truck and plowed our street because the city hasn't showed up all day. So the neighbor, if you watch my channel, thank he come he put. I live on a one way street. It's maybe 1,000 feet long all the way. So the whole street because the city hasn't plowed it all day for us, and we're buried over here. So I was walking back from my appointment and I see my neighbor with his plow down, plowing the street out. And I just give him the thumbs up. And I'm like, yeah, man, cool, thanks. He ignores us over here. When you live on a little one way street, you usually get ignored. But our neighbor across the way plowed us out. So maybe he should send the bill over to the city. I think the city owes him 100, at least 100, at least $110 for every 10 feet. So he owes him $100. Dollar a foot or whatever that math is. I don't know. But anyway, so cool. Thanks to my neighbor, man, because all day long cars have been stuck and people were just it's crazy. So I was glad to see my neighbor out there plowing the city street. Okay, hold on. I got it from somebody. Let's see. Beginning to see says. Let's see what he said. Okay, I'll read what beginning to see says. This is on another comment, but he says we're talking about being blessed. It says for sure, it's a wonderful blessing to be aware that Jesus is the Son of God, and it's a wonderful blessing of God to be awake to the globe Earth lie. From Alabama, brother. Yeah, what's up, Alabama? So, hey, do you know about Pastor Dean Odell, Alabama, beginning to see. Hey, Gary, you have now become a, what is that called when you use somebody's name to describe something? So anybody who's been trying to tell me the globe is real, I've been calling them Garys. So in your honor, Gary, in your honor, I have been calling people Gary that are Globers. If you're a Glober and you're trying to convince me of a globe, I just start calling everybody Gary now. So it's funny because I told the guy, I said, he was trying to tell me about the globe, and he wrote me a long paragraph, right? A bunch of how the mathematician, he's a mathematician now. He told me he's a mathematician, right? So at the end of it, and I was like, okay, Gary. And he writes back to me, he's like, what do you mean, Gary? I'm like, I just call anybody's a Glober Gary now. So in your honor, Gary, I call all Globers Garys because I want to be as possible to you guys. I'll be honest with you. All right. I really want to be nice to you, Gary. So as long as you don't get disrespectful, you can chat, okay, Gary? Because I mean, listen, bro, at the end of the day, I love you, man. All right. This isn't a ball flying in space, brother. All right. You should give Gary a wrench. He can be the official Flat Earth Watertown channel baller. No way. I would not. No Glober. No Glober is getting a wrench because if I gave a wrench to my, if I gave a Glober, how would my moderators feel? My moderators wouldn't like that. That wrench means something. That you're a biblical flat earther. But this is what I will do. I just threw another wrench out there. Don't go power happy with it. Now that I just gave you one, I'll be watching you much closer. But I just threw another wrench out there. What's up, B? What's up, BTV? So, yeah, I got nothing for love for Gary too. Hey, listen, Gary, you do annoy me. I ain't gonna lie to you, buddy. Gary, you annoy me, but I love the fact that you keep coming back and talking to me because you know what? That shows commitment. You got heart, brother. All right, so that's pretty cool. At least we can agree on the shape of the earth. At least you come over and engage with me. All right, you're welcome. There you go. So yeah, we added another wrench in there. Why not, right? Trust me, there's a lot of other people that wrench. Okay, I understand that. So if I haven't given you one yet, trust me, I already know who my biblical flat earthers are. Okay, all right, all right. But I mean, so if I haven't given, don't take offense to it. I got 9 people in here. How many moderators do I really need? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I got 300 and something subscribers. And I don't even know, but I think I maybe got 5 moderators. I mean, you don't really need more than that at my level right now, at where I stand right now. So that's cool. That's cool. I just wanted to, hey, there's more audience now, but I want to show everybody some pictures. I had to go to an appointment today, and my taxi abandoned. Listen, my taxi abandoned me. All right, they couldn't. My taxi abandoned me, and but I was making this appointment no matter what, man. I wasn't gonna miss it. Um, Right. Say 300 subs and 250 mods, right? And it'd be a lot. Like, man, I got all these mods, man. Oh, there we go. Where's my pictures? Of course, you got that's the one on the cover with the state office building in the background. The wind's blowing everywhere. I got was growing on my beard. The wind was horrible. There's the one with the church in the background. That car got abandoned. That car is one abandoned car in the middle of the road. So that's an abandoned car. People were just leaving your car. Rosha, yeah, thank you. My painting's coming along. I'll give you a better picture of it. The gold pops when you move around. When you move around the different sides, the gold pops. Pretty cool. Um, I mean, that's just one snowbank to clear the sidewalk. That's a sidewalk snowbank. That's not the snowbank from the road. Oh, this is piled up. Look at that. The road's over here. That's like it's like a 10-foot snowbank, 9-foot snowbank. It's taller than me. Let me address this, Amanda. I made a Facebook post back in June, and what Gary's referring to. Gary's referring to a Facebook posting that I made back. Listen, people are still bringing up a Facebook I made from June. I'm Facebook famous, and I'm not even on Facebook anymore. All right? I'm Facebook famous, and I'm not even over there. No. Yes. I know what Gary's talking about. Gary's talking about a Facebook post of mine. And it doesn't matter, Gary, because I mean, I wouldn't change it, man. All right, because I'm a flat earther. All right, all these mass shootings are fake anyway. All these, I know he's drawing me in there. All right. Well, anyway, I was showing everybody. Well, this is just one side, but this right here, that's at least 3 foot of snow. All right, that's just in this area. This is on the front side of the state. That's snow. But on this side, the side over here that was crazy, all right? I mean, I ain't lying. There was more than 5 foot of snow in people's yards on this side of that building. All right. Like it was crazy. On this side, there was at least 4 to 5 feet of snow. And then out front of the building, there's only about 3 foot. So just going around the building, it was a big difference. You know what's crazy? They shut down yesterday because the storm started yesterday where the wind's blowing really. But Fort Drum reopened today and it hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped. Like it makes no sense. Now I don't even know. Maybe the 8 miles away makes a difference because I know we're on the edge of the snow band here. You ever slid off the roof when you were a kid? Yes. Now I hung up on the garage roof um, and slid down on a tube off the roof of a garage. I have done that, but normally, what I do is I go to Thompson Park, and they have a big hill at Thompson. And you can just slide on Thompson Park. So normally we do that's the freeway, but if you want to, extra 15, $20, you can go up to Dry Hill, and they got the ski lift there. You can go skiing, snowboarding, or you can go. I go tubing. All right. I go tubing. So I don't be trying to go down a hill snowboard anymore. I'm at the age where I'm gonna sit down and I'm ready to roll. So I mean, for an extra, 20, you can go to tubing for like 4 hours because they have, well, it's 8 hours altogether, but they have two sessions, like 4 hours and then another 4 hours, but because you get 4 hour pass or whatever it is. So, but I'll be honest with you, yeah, I would like to go, but all my friends are on the online world right now. All the people in Watertown, for the most part, crazy. Yeah, I got a few flat Earth friends, but they're not. They got their own lives they're dealing. They got their own lives they're dealing with. So it's not like I should call them up like, "Hey, you want to go tubing?" That does sound fun. If you guys wanted to come up, listen, I'm sure the roads will be clear by tomorrow. So if you guys want to come up to Watertown tomorrow, we're gonna have the best skiing and tubing condition. All right, in the best conditions because we got a nice ski area called Dry Hill, which is pretty big, and yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm getting cabin fever, man. I'm getting cabin fever. It's time. Like, I can't wait to start to see the grass again. It's green come out on the trees. I can't wait to get down to the river again. Listen, I'm always fishing. I'm always on the river. And then now, great news, everybody. The great news is Matt offered two cottages on the St. Lawrence River. So when we get together in May, a place to stay. We can stay in the cabins, or if there's a lot of people, we can bring tents. So there's going to be, it's a cottage, so there's going to be, you can put tents up and stuff, have barbecues and all that stuff. And he said he's going to have, of course, the boats. He'll have his boat on the water. So he said we can take the boat and jet skis out. I think he said the boat and jet skis will be available for that, which is cool, right? I mean, all right, man. So there's going to be a place for us to hang out, and there's going to be access to the river. So we're going to be able to take the boat out, and there's going to be jet skis available. Um, whatever, and that's before the rally. Listen, what we're going to do. The day of the rally, what we'll do is we'll meet in Watertown and do all that. But like the weekend before the Monday of the meeting, we'll have a little Memorial Day weekend thing out at the cottages or whatever's whatever he said. So he said we got two of them, not one, but two cottages. Hey man, let's fish it out, man. You love it. We got the best fishing up here. The St. Lawrence just won Bassmasters, best in the whole United States. The best fishery is St. Lawrence, the best bass fishery. And we've known about it for years, and finally, you guys found out last year. Finally, we talked about it last year, but we known if you're from here, we know we got the best fishing. That's why we stay up here. All right. People say, "Why are you from Watertown? Why you guys?" Listen, our winters are tough, but you know what, man? It's amazing up here in the spring and summer. Nothing like it. So that's why I stay in the north. But if I could afford it, I'd like the winter in Florida. I've done that several times over the years, but as you can tell, this is one of the winters where I'm home this year. 2 years ago, I did. 2 years ago was the last time I took off for winter. For winter, I took off for 5 months. Hey, what's up, Tom? Tom's coming in from Norway. All right, Tom. What's going on out in Norway? Watertown's in the middle of a blizzard, but I mean, you're from Norway, so I'm pretty sure you get way worse than I get. So that's cool. Yeah, it'd be cool, man. So basically, the big breaking news here in Watertown is that I have some camps and some cottages available. Um, come the beginning of May. Um, so if people come up, we can hang out on the river. Instead of hanging out at my house where there's a ghetto, right, and there's zombies, all these drugs walking around. Just got offered last night two cottages on the river that we everybody can meet up at, and it's only 25 minutes away. So I mean, for us, it's relatively close. Gary, yes, elect. Flat earthers are God's elect. You know why we're God's elect, Gary? Because we accepted it. We're not fighting the truth, okay? All right? We fight the truth, okay? We accepted it for how things are. So, yes, Gary, we're blessed because of it. Yes, Gary, we're blessed because we know. Now, is it going to change the salvation? Is God going to ask you about the earth? Yeah, you know what, Gary? God will ask you the earth is flat or spinning through the space. I guarantee you will. Because you know why? I've been telling you, and I've been telling you, and I've been telling you. He's going to say, hey, you remember that flat earth Watertown, New York guy? He told you, right? You're going to be like, yeah, he did tell me, but there ain't no but, Gary. You're being, brother. You're being told. You're being told. All right? Yeah, we don't believe nothing. We know. That's right. We know. All right? Ain't no belief. We know. So Thomas says, remember to teach how to grow your own food. Yeah, I'm trying. I've been saving all winter long. I've been saving when I go to the store. I've been saving the seeds and stuff for my food, and I'm gonna start a garden. Yeah, I teach self reliance. I think I'm pretty qualified. Listen, I think I'm pretty qualified in the self reliance because I've been homeless. Okay. Not only that, I'm a good old country boy that knows how to fish and I know how to hunt. I know how to set a trap. All right. So being homeless and being a country boy, I think I'm more prepared than most people. All right. I think I'm pretty damn prepared if things were to go. But I'm saying I would know how to survive because I mean, first I was in the Boy Scouts. All right. So I mean, if anybody knows about, I was in the Boy Scouts for 4 years. All right, man. We did that stuff where they drop you off and then we'll pick you up tomorrow. Go make a little, for 24 hours and stuff like. I loved it as a kid. All right. I was always in the woods and then hunting, and then of course later in life becoming homeless, learn how to survive homeless. You know, so I mean, I'm already prepared. If we go down, um, I'm prepared in the sense where um, I'll go right over to the river if I need to eat. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Like I'm prepared. Can I make a fire? Yes. And here's the thing. Can you make a fire? This is what I hate. This is what I hate. This right here says, "Can you make a fire?" Why? Because I always have a lighter. Always have a lighter. I always have a lighter. Try to bring the flint stick and they try to rub the sticks together or make a bow. I can use now. They say, "Oh, what if you do lead?" I know the trick how to use a lighter that's dead. I can even get a dead lighter to make a phone. But at the end of the day, let's say I didn't have a lighter. Have I ever rubbed two sticks together to make? No, I haven't. I haven't rubbed two sticks together to make a fire ever. Like when I was in the One of the badges I got when I was in the Boy Scouts is to get the one match challenge. They only give you one match, and you gotta build a fire. You gotta make a fire, and you only get one match. So yeah, I got that merit badge too. Listen, I got them all. Listen, I I got everything you could get when I was in that thing, man. When I was in the Boy Scouts, I was the best. I could shoot, I could canoe, I could everything, even basket weaving. I was good at making baskets. I was really good at making a shelter. I was always good at it. So, but there's a lot of people that don't have the experience that I have. So, it's going to be tough. I mean, if it ever came down to that, I hope, God willing, that God protects us and He doesn't allow something like that. I was a scout, man. But not only that, I was in the military. All right. I mean, you get some pretty good training while you're in the military. And then on top of that, the biggest training that tops them all is when I was homeless. That tops it all. All right. To learn to survive when you're homeless. All right. I mean, and I did it for several years. So that's the best training. My homeless years have prepared me. Um, so if and when I had to do that again, which I hope I don't, really, it's tough. I ain't gonna lie about it. It was tough. Um, it was tough life, but can you make a fire with a 9-volt battery and aluminum foil? No, I haven't seen that trick. I haven't seen that 9-volt battery trick with the aluminum foil. But I'll be honest with you, I always have a lighter. I always have a lighter. So people have all these survival shows, and they're allowed to bring something, right? Why can't you just freaking lighter? You know what I mean? So yeah. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to give everybody the breaking news that we got some St. Lawrence right in the heart of the Thousand Islands. So if anybody is planning to come up in the spring, the first week of May is when this is going to happen. Sometime I'll give the exact date, but it's going to be around the first week. So there's going to be some lodging. We got a couple cottages, and if there's an overflow, bring your tents, and we can at least have a place right up. And there's going to be fishing access, and there was talk about doing some tests up there because we're on the water. Dude, they Alaska Neverball. There's this show, I can't remember what it's called, but they just people off in the middle of or it's in Vancouver up there, Vancouver Island, where they just drop people off. There's this country. He was from like the Carolinas, right? Or Georgia. Oh no, Georgia. He's from Georgia. Good old country boy, right? Dude, he was living great the whole time he was in the thing. And he's like, do I have to go? He was loving. He was catching fish. He made a badass house. He made a house. He didn't make no shelter. You sleep on the floor. He made like a little. This guy just good old boy from Georgia. Just he won it. He was like out there for like 60. That's a fake show. And Alone, that's what it's called. That's really, I'd like that Georgia boy. That boy from Georgia. The only thing he had a hard time with was the cold. I mean, from Georgia. But other than that, he did a good job. Gary wants to know how long was I in the military? Too long, Gary. One day is too much. All right. All right. So I was long enough to get some PTSD. I did one tour of service. All right. I did one tour of service. All right. Oh, um, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like all those Alaska shows. My favorite show of all time. My favorite show of all time is Gold Rush. Have you guys seen the show Gold Rush where they just dig gold out of the ground all up? Well, it's not in Alaska. It's actually in Canada. They're up there, but I love watching Gold Rush. As a matter of fact, another episode comes out tonight, and I love watching Gold Rush. That's my favorite shows to watch because I think it's God. Just think about how cool is that? God put gold everywhere. Pick it up. It's worth a lot of money. I mean, I just like it. I just think it's pretty fascinating that with a shovel, whether it's a big machine shovel or whether it's a hand shovel, as long as you got a shovel, man, you can go pull gold right out of the earth. So you're E6. Enlisted too. I did the enlisting thing. Looking back, I should have never joined. Looking back, it's so stupid. But I got this. This is the only thing that I enjoyed about being in was the places I got to see. Some really cool. I don't keep in contact with these guys anymore. So, but anyway, guys. So today's news. Today's news is so how many years? Too many years, Gary. I went too many years. All right. So, if you're trying to point out the fact that if I'm not a veteran, you're solely mistaken because I served my minimum of 24 months. All right, and I did all that things. I mean, like, why do you want to come at me and stuff? You keep coming at me. I had someone tell me that I got stolen valor. That there's no way that a Navy meant the Earth is flat, right? They're sort of like, oh, this guy can't be the Navy. This guy can't be in the Navy. Why would I lie about something so stupid? All right, it's a really shameful part of my life, being a part of the U.S. military. Are you kidding me? That's a pretty stupid thing to be a part of. Yeah, one day too many. But I served multiple years. Let's put it that way. But I only did one tour of service. But which means I did not reenlist. All right, I had no interest in reenlisting. All right, because just I was too distraught on like what was actually I was seeing. Like when you're part of the killing machine, wow, you're gonna see some stuff that you wish you never seen. You're gonna when you're part of the military, you're gonna see some things you wish you didn't see. So what did I do? I was an aviation safety mechanic. I was trained in two schools. I had two schools. ATI, which is aviation technical, all right, integrated, which means the hardware, not the yeah, the software, the ATO is hardware, but the ATI is software for computer programming, like the ones and zeros of the algorithms and the basically the algorithms. Okay, I went to another school and I became an aviation safety mechanic, which means that I worked on ejecting canopies, fire suppression systems, okay, and liquid oxygen. All right. Now, but when you're in the Navy, you learn everybody's job. So not only that, you get trained in everybody's job. So, so Gary, does it bother you that I'm a Navy vet and I'm flat and motionless? You just can't wrap your head around that, Gary, can you? So what did you do? Whatever they told, whatever they told me. I was an AV. Okay, my official rating was AME. They don't have that rating anymore. They combine nowadays. They took the AMs, which is the aircraft mechanics, the airframers, with the so it's all one job now. But back then, I was an AME, aviation safety mechanic. Now, what does that mean? Like, what do I do? Whatever I'm told. It doesn't matter. Like, that's my job. I put fuel on the planes. I put, launch aircraft. I've scrubbed. It doesn't matter like what your job is. When you're low ranking, you do everything. You do everything from scrub to switch the engines out to launch the aircraft. You know what I mean? Get in them and start them up. Get in and start them up. And all right, boys, we got some tests to do. You know, launch and recovery. I mean, you guys seen the movie Top Gun when the guy's running around on the flight deck and they're launching and recovering aircraft? I've been every color of person because there's all different colors. You got red, green, yellow, purple, white, checkered, black and white checkered. Color on the flight deck means something. I've been all those colors. So I've done everything in the sense of aircraft, part of an air squadron, VAQ 139. So if you guys want to go check out this, that was my squadron, VAQ 139. So if you guys would like to look up that squadron, but what else we got here? Uh, yeah, we can, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do a stream. The only time I've done a somebody else is I clicked on a link that they sent me. So I don't know how to do it to somebody um, because I did live stream, or we could do a call in. We can always have you call in too. All right. Not right now. I was gonna get ready to go get some something to eat, but do I got PTSD? According to the official, what's on paperwork, according to those people, they think I got PT. Yes. Um, Medical professionals now believe that post traumatic stress syndrome, which means that it still freaks me out to know what I have. All right. Which is nothing wrong with it. All right. There's a reason people shouldn't be a part of the military. Okay. Yeah. I went through some bullshit too, Tom. Tom, when I was in, man, I went through some bullshit too, man. I crazy. I went through some dumb things, because the military wasn't for me at all. Listen, here's the whole thing. teaches you honor, courage, and commitment. All right? Honor, courage, and commitment. But what is honor without God? What is courage without God? What is commitment without God? See, the military doesn't have God with them. The military doesn't have God. So, but when you take an oath serious, honor, courage, commitment, I hold those standards to God. Those are godly standards. And the military, that's not godly by any means. I don't I don't see it. I do not see how the military is godly at all. No. I understand protecting us, but there's one thing between protection and aggressors, and we're definitely the aggressors. It's one thing if we're fighting people that are trying to invade, but if we're the invaders of another country, like, come on, what the freak are we doing? So anyway, that's gonna be it for right now, guys. We had enough people watching. Listen, go hit that PayPal, guys. Hit up that PayPal. Would you guys do that for me? We need funding. I want to get internet hardwired so I don't have any buffering issues for my internet. All right. So I mean, it'd be cool. Yeah. All right, Neverball. I can't believe this thing's not letting me work here. Hmm. Dang, you guys are having a shootout? Wow. So, hey, everybody. I need you guys to help me out if you guys can. Listen, I understand if you can't, because we're not all in that position. But if you guys could help me out, so what I'll do is I'll put the link in the right there. So I put a link in there. If you guys could hit that PayPal, that'd be cool. If you guys can, at all, it'd be cool if you could. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. And if you're just getting here, go back to the beginning to watch what the breaking news is. So if everybody can, who would Tom say? Yes, the one that got promoted. Cool, cool. But anyway, everybody, I would like to thank everybody for coming by. We got a new moderator today. Okay, what's Gary saying? Hey, Gary, go read Genesis chapter 1. Bye, Amanda. Bye, Amanda. Thanks for coming over. And hey, Gary, go read Genesis chapter 1 and see what God has to say.